He shouted your name in her face and told her there was never any love. Because the truth is something else. You were always his one true love. Right now, he's immersed in loneliness because he can't stand where he is. He thought he could stay with that other person, but he was wrong. That was never love. Just a bad decision. Let me tell you something intense. He's been searching for answers, even seeking guidance to find out about you. He's going through a tough time, full of regret, because he made the wrong choices and now wants to take a step toward you with a proposal. He tried to forget you with someone else, but you know what? He couldn't. He ended up pouring his heart out to someone and admitted how much he misses the beautiful moments he shared with you. He can't wait to break free from that relationship. He feels trapped, as if something is holding him back, like a dark energy surrounding him. That third person won't let him go. It's as if she has him under a spell, a binding that fills him with confusion and desperation. But despite everything, his heart still longs only for you. At this very moment, if he could, he would run to you. If you believe in the power of love, say it. Love will win. That woman never played fair. She always wanted what was yours. And when she couldn't win him over with love, she stooped low. She paid for witchcraft, did binding spells, and used lies and tricks. Because deep down, she always knew he never loved her. She had him, yes, but trapped, confused, and without free will. But what is bound through evil never lasts. The dark energy that had him trapped is weakening, because what's meant to be cannot be separated. Now that woman is losing control. She feels her power crumbling because the spell is breaking. Your special person is waking up, as if finally seeing clearly what has been going on all this time. Suddenly, the false feelings he had for that woman are vanishing. He feels like something doesn't fit, like he's lived a lie and been manipulated. His heart, which had been asleep, starts to beat strongly for you once again. And that woman knows it. Desperation is taking over her because she feels she's losing him. She tries to hold on, but she can't anymore. Black magic only works when the victim is blind. And he's opened his eyes. He feels a powerful urge to find you, to run to you, to reclaim what truly makes him happy. He asks himself, how could he stay away from you for so long? How did he let someone else come between you two? And inside him, one truth grows stronger. His love for you never died. It was only dormant, weighed down by dark energy. Now that woman is writhing in rage. She knows her plan failed. She can't accept that despite everything she did, he's coming back to you. But what's written in destiny cannot be changed, and what is yours by divine right will always find its way back. He doesn't want to be trapped anymore. He wants to break away from everything that tied him to that woman and start fresh. But this time, the right way. His mind, his soul, and his heart are all telling him he must return to you. That with you lies his true happiness. The witchcraft breaks, the spell fades, and the inevitable happens. He starts to feel that pure, real love again, the love he only ever found in you. There are no more doubts, no more barriers, only the path back to you. If you believe in the strength of love and that what is yours always returns, say it. The bond is broken. Love triumphs. Look, this woman, your worst enemy, is facing her last moments of happiness. And it's not by chance. Everything she did to harm you is now returning to her tenfold. Let me tell you something serious. Right now, there's a woman who's been interfering with your destiny, blocking your prosperity, placing obstacles in your path to stop your progress, making you feel stuck for no reason. But listen carefully, she's not alone. Several people are watching your life, tracking your steps, trying to find any opportunity to bring you down. But what they don't realize is that the energy they're playing with is dangerous, and it's turning against them. If you've felt tired for no reason, if you've had moments when everything seems to fall apart, it's not a coincidence. It's been their work. But what they didn't count on is that you are not alone. You carry a light stronger than any darkness. And even though they tried to bring you down, they couldn't, and they never will. Because what is yours by divine right cannot be taken away. Now, things are starting to turn around. That woman who blocked you so much is beginning to see everything she touches fall apart. Her life is turning into chaos without explanation. Problems are hitting her like an unstoppable storm, because that's how divine justice works. You reap what you sow, and she sowed only evil. The people who helped her, who mocked you, who wanted to see you on the ground, they are also facing the consequences. And as they fall, you rise with more strength than ever. The obstacles end, the chains break, your path clears, and your light shines brighter than ever, because now there's nothing holding you back. What you've been waiting for, what once seemed impossible, is now finally starting to arrive in your life without obstacles, because everything they did to you no longer has any effect. If you feel the energy is shifting in your favor, say, light always defeats darkness. That woman has crossed every line. She hasn't stopped at anything. And let me be clear. She has worked in the cemetery with the demon card and your photos, offering your name, your energy, trying to find ways to keep you tied down, stuck, unable to move forward. Her hatred for you runs deep because she knows who you are. She knows you carry a light that no one can extinguish. You are the Empress, someone who has everything needed to succeed, and that hurts her. It eats at her soul because no matter how hard she tries, she will never be like you. Her rage isn't just about what you have, it's about who you are. Your essence, that unique energy that makes you stand out, that attracts good things, that lights up everything you touch. She, on the other hand, is trapped in her own darkness. A darkness she's fed with envy, with hatred, with dirty work that's only delaying the inevitable. Her fall. She watches you, constantly lurking in your life, wanting to know everything about you, trying to stay one step ahead just to block you every time you take a step forward. She's made pacts, sought out the most powerful sorcerers, worked with heavy entities to stop you. But let me tell you something. What comes from darkness cannot defeat what is born of light. And you, by right, by destiny, by essence, are light. She can try 1,000 times. She can enter cemeteries, play with low energies, but the only thing she'll accomplish is sinking deeper into her own misery. Because now, everything she did, everything she paid to see you fall, is coming back to her with a force she can't control. Her description is clear. A white woman with red or blonde hair, a gaze full of resentment, because despite everything, she remains a shadow in comparison. To your light, she has lived in delusion, thinking she can maintain her power over you, keep you bound through dark works. But what she doesn't understand is that her control is crumbling. Every knot, every block, every dirty spell she cast is falling apart. Because divine justice has said, enough. You're no longer in her hands. You never really were. Because true light can't be extinguished by darkness. Now you're stronger, freer, and best of all, everything she tried to take from you is coming, back multiplied. While she feels her world collapse, you begin to notice how your path opens up, how the opportunities that once seemed blocked start appearing, how peace returns to your life. What's yours is coming back. What seemed lost is recovered. What was closed is opening. If you feel the energy is starting to change in your favor, say it out loud. No one can dim my light. These 3 women, led by that witch who has done so much work against you, do nothing but wait for your fall. They sit together conspiring, believing that their dirty work will have an effect, that their ill will is enough to see you defeated. They are venomous vipers, full of envy and resentment, and the only way they feel superior is by seeing you down. They dream of the moment they see you hit rock bottom, because in their twisted minds, that would mean their victory. They imagine themselves toasting with wine and champagne, celebrating your downfall, as if that would give them power. But what they don't understand is that destiny is already written, and no one, absolutely no one, can steal what God has already prepared for you. No matter how much they try, no matter how many times they turn to sorcerers, no matter how many traps they set in your path, what's yours will come, because the blessings the universe has for you cannot be taken by anyone. They've tried to stop you, to close your roads, to place obstacles in your way. But what they haven't understood is that every time they try to make you fall, God lifts you up even stronger. They've done everything they could to keep that great blessing you've been waiting for from reaching you. They've tried to make sure it doesn't land in your hands, to make you feel blocked, stuck, without a way out. They wanted you to lose faith, to give up, to feel like nothing made sense. But here you are, stronger than ever, certain that what's coming for you is big, powerful, unbreakable. The truth is, these women don't just hate you, they fear you. They're afraid of your growth, of your success, of your light. They know that once you receive what's rightfully yours, they will be exposed, and all the harm they've done will be revealed. They're playing with fire, and fire has no mercy for those who provoke it. They think they're winning, but in reality, they're digging their own grave. Their time is running out. Their tricks are no longer working, and divine justice is already on its way. There is no dark power that can defeat the will of God. And if He has decided that it's your time to shine, then nothing and no one can stop it. That's why today, more than ever, lift your head and affirm it with authority. What is mine is coming directly into my hands, and no one can stop it. Declare it with faith, with confidence, because every word that comes out of your mouth has power. And if you decree your victory, then victory will be yours. It's time to receive, to accept what the universe has prepared for you. There is no witchcraft, no envy, no evil that can stand against a strong heart, protected by the light. The first woman I speak of is the living image of evil disguised as sweetness, the kind of person who comes near you with a fake smile but is burning with envy and resentment inside. Her presence is cold, calculated, always trying to appear as something she's not, always pretending to be harmless when in reality she's a snake ready to strike. Her hair, whether red or blonde, stands out as much as her ego because she loves to draw attention to herself. She craves feeling superior. But the truth is, she's full of insecurities, tormented by the fear of not being enough. She can't stand to see you shine. She can't tolerate your light outshining her darkness. That's why she has done everything possible to destroy you, to stop you, to make you feel like you can't move forward. She has dealt with witches, walked through cemeteries, and invoked heavy energies just to see you fall. But what she doesn't understand is that the darkness she has wrapped herself in is only consuming her. She thinks she's powerful. She feels untouchable because she's been able to manipulate many with her words, her cunning, her fake sweetness. But in reality, she's a woman full of hatred and emptiness, who feeds off the suffering of others to feel alive. She hides behind an image of strength, but deep down she knows her life is falling apart. She knows that everything she's done is coming back to her with a force she can't control. Her gaze is full of jealousy, her heart full of poison, and every word that comes out of her mouth drips with venom and malice. She has lied, manipulated, betrayed without remorse, because for her, everything is about power, control, staying on top even if it means stepping on others. But what she doesn't understand is that anything built without a foundation collapses, and her fall is inevitable. Her rituals, her spells, her dark pacts no longer work, because divine justice has spoken. She knows her time is running out, that everything she has done against you is coming back to her. That's why she's more desperate than ever. That's why she keeps looking for you, stalking you, trying to see if she can still affect you. But she can't anymore. She has no power over you, because her mask has fallen, her game has been exposed, and now she's the one feeling the weight of all the harm she caused. She no longer sleeps peacefully. She has no peace, because she knows her end is near. Her own poison is consuming her. Her own evil is destroying her, and what she once thought was her victory has now become her worst nightmare. If you feel the dark energy fading and divine justice working in your favor, declare it. Nothing can stand against the light of God. The second woman is even more dangerous because she doesn't act openly, but from the shadows, hiding behind the first one as if she were just another follower. But in reality, she's the one pulling the strings with cunning and coldness. She is calculating, manipulative, and silent. The kind that never gets her hands dirty directly, but is behind every malicious plan, making sure everything goes her way without anyone suspecting. She isn't as loud or attention-seeking as the first. She doesn't try to stand out with her appearance or with direct venomous words. Instead, she operates like a shadow, whispering lies, creating intrigue, sowing doubt in those around her. She pretends to be a friend, a confidant, the one who gives advice for your own good. But every word she speaks is a disguised weapon, aimed straight at the heart of whoever listens. She is the kind of person who watches you in silence, analyzing your every move, waiting for the right moment to strike when you least expect it. Her greatest satisfaction comes from watching others do her dirty work while she stands on the sidelines, pretending she had no part in it. But the truth is, she is the mastermind behind it all, the one who has been feeding the hatred of the first woman, pushing her to go further, to do things she might not have considered on her own. She is cold, without remorse, without scruples, with a heart of stone that feels no guilt for the harm she causes. To her, it's all a power game, and if she has to destroy someone to stay on top, she'll do it without blinking. What's most terrifying about her is that she doesn't show her envy in obvious ways. Instead, she smiles, pretends to be neutral. She may have even spoken well of you at some point. But every one of her actions has been designed to hold you back, to trip you up, to ensure you never reach your rightful place. She has worked from the shadows with witchcraft, gossip, and manipulations disguised as concern, turning others against you without you even noticing. She's like a slow poison that seeps in until it has already taken effect. What she didn't expect is that divine justice also has its eyes on her, that her time in the shadows is coming to an end, and that everything she has done is about to come to light. Now she's starting to feel the weight of her actions, because when the truth is revealed, there's nowhere to hide. Her game is falling apart. Her control is dissolving. And what she thought would always be in her favor is now turning against her. Her worst fear is losing the power she thought she had. And that's exactly what's starting to happen. If you feel like the masks are falling and the truth is being revealed, comment, "Nothing stays hidden forever." The third woman is the most dangerous of all because she is the one who least appears to be. She doesn't yell. She doesn't plot out loud. She doesn't appear to be an obvious enemy. In fact, you might have once considered her trustworthy, someone who seemed to be on your side, someone you never imagined could wish you harm. And that's her greatest deception. She is the silent traitor, the one who plays a double role with mastery, who hides behind a mask of friendship, kindness, and apparent innocence, while secretly enjoying every one of your downfalls. She pretends to be happy for you, smiles when you share your achievements, but as soon as you turn around, her heart fills with rage because she can't stand to see you succeed. She acts as if she doesn't care, as if she has no time for gossip or envy, but deep down, She's aware of every step you take, asking others about you, trying to know every detail of your life just to find a way to stop you. She infiltrates. She gets information directly from you without you realizing. She's absorbing everything you say to later use it against you. She has played the victim many times, manipulating situations to her advantage so others see her as helpless, when in reality, she is calculating and cold. Unlike the other two, she doesn't get her hands dirty with witchcraft directly. She doesn't go to cemeteries or pay spellcasters, but she has benefited from everything the others have done, feeding every dirty deed with her envy. She hasn't intervened directly, but she has silently celebrated every time something didn't go right for you. Every time she heard you were going through a rough patch, feeling a dark pleasure in knowing you weren't moving forward as you should have. What this woman didn't expect is that divine justice also has its eye on her, because betrayal in disguise is the dirtiest of all, and the universe doesn't forgive those who play both sides. What she thought would never come to light, what she believed she could hide forever, is now being revealed, and the people who once trusted her are beginning to see her true face. Her worst punishment won't be external. It will be that everything she's done will turn against her in the worst way. Loneliness. Because a person like that, who doesn't know how to love, genuinely, who can't be happy for others, who lives in envy and betrayal, ends up alone, trapped in her own emptiness. And while she consumes herself in her darkness, you will keep moving forward, because nothing and no one can take away what God has already prepared for you. If you believe the truth always comes to light, comment. Betrayals are always discovered. And so, destiny begins to deliver its verdict, and the fall of these three women becomes inevitable. Everything they built on lies, envy, and wickedness begins to crumble before their very eyes. The darkness they once clung to, the manipulations, they used to pull every string. It's all collapsing around them, as fragile as a house of cards. The first one, the most aggressive, the one who worked you with witchcraft from cemeteries, begins to feel the weight of her own actions. Desperation takes hold of her because the rituals that once worked no longer have any effect. Her energy is drained, her nights become nightmares, and her days are filled with unsolvable problems. She feels something is chasing her, that her own shadow torments her, because everything she did against you has now turned against her. Her skin ages faster, her health deteriorates, and the very spirits she once invoked now pursue her, demanding payment for everything she did. The second, the coldest, the manipulator who pulled strings from the shadows, now finds herself out of control. The people who used to believe her lies no longer trust her. Those around her start to distance themselves because her true face has been exposed. She can no longer pretend, can no longer hide, because the truth is catching up to her. Everything she achieved through deception is falling apart. The favors she once had guaranteed disappear, and the web of lies she spun tangles around her until it chokes her. Inside, she feels an uncontrollable anxiety, because for the first time in her life, manipulation no longer works. She faces her own loneliness, the reality that she never had power, only the illusion of it. And the third, the silent traitor, the one who fed off your energy in secret, now faces her greatest fear, rejection, because when someone lives pretending, sooner or later, the masks fall off. Now, the people who once trusted her turn their backs on her. They see her for what she truly is, a person without her own essence, a shadow that only exists through others. She tries to justify her actions, tries to manipulate like before, but no one believes her. The betrayal she once enjoyed now bites back, and the emptiness she always tried to ignore consumes her completely. All three are falling, each in their own way, but the ending is the same. Divine justice never fails, and what they sowed with, so much hatred, they now reap in their own flesh. While they writhe in their own chaos, you keep moving forward without fear, without ties, because everything they tried against you has been undone. What is yours is on its way, stronger than ever. If you believe in divine justice, share this. Evil always pays its price. Now that the darkness has dissipated, now that divine justice has acted and those people have received what they sowed, it's your time to receive everything that was being held back. Because what's coming for you is great. It's powerful. It's the reward for everything you've endured, for every tear, for every moment of uncertainty, for every obstacle they tried to place in your path. Everything that was blocked now opens up all at once. Everything that seemed impossible starts to flow, because the energy that once held you back no longer has power over you. A stage of growth is coming, of abundance, of opportunities that you couldn't see before because they were hidden behind the blocks those people placed. But now, the path is clear, and what is yours comes straight into your hands without delay or obstacles. The first blessing that begins to manifest is peace. That peace you longed for, that you yearned for. The tranquility of knowing there's no one against you anymore, that the storm has passed and now all that comes is light. You start to feel lighter, freer, with a mental clarity you haven't had in a long time. Doubts dissipate, fears vanish, and in their place comes a renewed confidence in yourself, in your power, in your destiny. Then comes prosperity, because everything that was stalled in your life now moves forward with force. If you had been waiting for answers, if you felt like your money wasn't lasting, that your projects weren't progressing, now everything activates. The paths of abundance open like never before, and what once seemed impossible now becomes reality with ease. Money flows, opportunities appear, and doors that once seemed closed now open wide. And then comes love, not just any love, but true love. Love that is aligned with your soul, with your essence. Because there are no longer any energies holding you back. No more blocks preventing that special connection from reaching you. You have been waiting for someone who truly values who you are, who loves you unconditionally, who is with you from the soul, not from the ego. Now is the moment when love enters your life. If it's someone from your past, they'll return with renewed energy and a genuine intention to build something real. And if it's someone new, the connection will heal everything that once hurt you. Your life fills with blessings in every aspect: health, happiness, and stability. Because everything others tried to take from you, God returns to you multiplied. Now is your time to shine without fear, to walk with confidence, to receive with open arms everything that has always been yours. If you believe your blessings are on their way, say, "I receive all the good the universe has for me." As these blessings begin to manifest, you'll feel everything around you start to align perfectly. It will feel like the weight on your shoulders disappears, as if a fresh breeze sweeps away the old to make room for the new. Each day you'll wake up with a sense of peace, of certainty, knowing you are on the right path. Everything that once seemed impossible will now open before you effortlessly. The light that has always been within you will shine brighter, attracting goodness, sincere people, and opportunities you never imagined. When dark energy breaks away, all that remains is abundance, love, happiness, and personal fulfillment. You'll begin to notice changes in your surroundings, in the people around you, in the situations that arise. The false ones, those who were only there for convenience, will start to drift away. Not because you pushed them out, but because they no longer resonate with your frequency. They'll feel uncomfortable with your growth, your light, your ability to move forward without them. And in their place, people will arrive who truly add to your life, who support, inspire, and uplift you. You'll see your dreams begin to materialize one after another. Projects that were on hold will suddenly find the perfect opportunity to become reality. Important news you've been waiting for will finally arrive. Financial struggles will ease, and money will begin to flow more freely. Your income will grow. Stability will no longer be a dream. It will be your reality. Because everything that was blocked is no longer blocked, and now the universe is rewarding you with everything that is rightfully yours. And the most beautiful part is that you'll feel a deep peace, an unshakable confidence that nothing and no one can hurt you in the same way again. You've learned. You've grown. Now you recognize the signs. You know who is truly with you, and who only pretended to be. You know everything you've lived through wasn't in vain. Each challenge made you stronger, wiser, more aware of your own power. So receive with open arms all the goodness entering your life. Be grateful for every blessing, because each one reflects all that you've overcome, all that you deserve, and all that the universe has prepared for you. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with growth, love, abundance, and joy. If you feel everything is aligning in your favor, say, "I accept my blessings with gratitude and love." Now you've reached the point where everything that was once against you turns in your favor. The darkness that others tried to impose on you no longer has power. What is meant for you, no one can take away. You've been through tough times, through trials that made you doubt, that made you feel stuck. But each of those battles had a purpose, to strengthen your spirit, to make you wiser, more conscious of who you are and what you deserve. Now you stand in a new stage of life, where abundance flows freely, where what once seemed impossible begins to manifest with ease. Those who tried to stop you, through envy, manipulation, lies, or even dark intentions, are now facing the consequences of their actions. Their downfall was inevitable, because what is sown with malice cannot bear good fruit, and while they remain trapped in their own misery, you continue forward, stronger, more secure, with a renewed energy that attracts only the good. No more blockages, no more uncertainty, no more obstacles in your way. Now, you walk with confidence, knowing that everything ahead is for your well-being. Every opportunity that appears will support your growth. Every person who enters your life will add value to it. You'll begin to see happiness become part of your everyday life, peace filling your mind, and the problems that once weighed you down starting to feel insignificant. You'll learn to let go of what no longer belongs to you, to close doors without fear, and to trust that when something leaves, it's because something better is on its way. Most importantly, you'll feel that you're no longer the same person who began this journey. You are stronger, wiser, more intuitive. You've learned to read the signs, to recognize energies, to protect yourself from those who don't have good intentions. And now, at this point of closure, there is only one thing left to do: receive. Receive with open arms all the blessings the universe has for you, without fear, without doubt, without resistance. Because what's meant for you is already on its way. It's coming without obstacles, without delays, without interference. This is your time to enjoy life fully, to live in abundance, and to be grateful for everything that is now aligning in your favor. So with complete certainty in your heart, declare that this is your new reality, that nothing and no one can take away what rightfully belongs to you by divine right. Abundance, love, peace, and happiness are yours, forever. The past is behind. You and the future ahead is bright. If you feel everything is aligning for your highest good and that the best is yet to come, say and write in comment section, "Victory is mine, and I receive it with gratitude. Amen." If this message resonated with you, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future empowering content. Your support means everything and helps this community continue to grow and inspire. If you feel moved to support even more, consider leaving a super thanks. It truly makes a difference and fuels this positive journey. Thank you for being part of this amazing community.